before we get on to player HP, let's tidy up the way we made this auto shooter. So we just basically like coded it into the player, which is probably not really ideal. Let's make a new folder, call it player abilities. Let's make a new script here and we'll call it auto shooter okay. So inside of here it's going to be basically more or less what we had going in the other one. So physics process is going to do our delta float. That's going to be our void. Attack timer minus equals delta if attack timer 0.0 return. So we need a attack timer to be equal 0.0. Okay. Radio. Then target. We need to get a target, which will be get nearest target. So function get nearest target is going to return any node 3D. Nearest node 3D, and it's going to be a null, and we just return nearest, just like we did previously. So what we really want to do is get all of the nodes that we want to check, get free get nodes in group. Let's make a variable so that you can configure it easily as different target groups if you really need to. We'll make it an export target group equals enemy. Yeah. Because, right, let's say we want to add this component to the player, to the enemy, then its target group is going to be the player. So, you know, you can easily do that. In fact, we probably will do that. How about we do a export for the attack range? What do we have? Like 0.5 was it? No, it was 5.0. Oops. Export attack interval every 1 second. Like damaged. The damage. Yeah. All right. So get nearest target. Okay. For and in nodes. What's wrong here? Okay. For all of our nodes, our var distance is going to equal get the same get parent global position distance to and global position if distance is nearest distance is equal to distance and the nearest is equal to the node. Coolio. Cannot infer the type distance from there. What do we do in the player? Get nearest node global position dot distance to E. Okay. Maybe we don't need to do get parent. Maybe we can just do of because yeah. Nearest distance equals attack range. Cool. So if target equals null, return tag timer equals tag interval and shoot at target. Alright, so shoot at function shoot at target node 3D and we return a void. So shoot at is if not projectile scene push error auto shoot the component no projectile scene signed projectile scene. We need to define the projectile scene. For export projectile scene as a packed scene. Yeah. So we got it. Then we spawn it. Proj equals projectile scene dot instantiate get tree root add child proj root. Okay, all right. So we get the tree, then spawn pos equals get parent dot global position plus vector 3 0.8 global position spawn position. Not infer the type spawn position variable because the value doesn't have a set type. Vector 3. Spawn pos is not declared in the current scope. Spawn pos. Spawn pos. Okay. Proj. Right here. The direction shall be equal to the target global position minus the spawn position. Our direction dot y will equal 0. Our projection dot direction will equal direction dot normalized. Yeah. All right. So now we need to update projectile so that we can instead of doing damage as a constant, we want damage to be a variable. Because we want to be able to set it when we do things. So the connected should be fine. Our global okay. So I think we're gonna need to know on body entered. Yeah, we're gonna need to know the target group. And that will be target group, and we'll enemy. Okay. So that means back in our auto shooter, back over here in our shooter, we're going to need to do is we're going to need to proj.enemy target group is equal to target group, and proj.damage equal to damage. Damage, bro. Damage. Let's go fix that up here. Damage. Okay. So now in our player scene, we can add a auto shooter component. How do we do that? How do we? Because our auto shooter component extends a node. Common parent is null. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. So in our player script, we're going to remove all the auto shooter stuff, right? So projectile scene goes, that goes, that goes, that goes. Handle auto attack goes. Handle auto attack goes. And that goes. Get nearest enemy goes. Shoot that goes. Handle dash stays. Okay. Cool. Now I think I don't know why we're getting this error. I don't know what it's even on about, to be honest. Let's save the world. There's something wrong with this player script. In the player scene, whatever the problem was, it fixed itself. So we need to have a node and we go F2 and we go auto shooter component and we chuck the auto shooter ability on there. Rightio. Now we need to configure it. So target group is the enemy, yes. Our projectile is going to be our projectile. Yeah. Now we can add it onto the enemy as well, so the enemy can actually shoot the player. But let's just see if the player works first. Okay. Can I get key global position? Okay. Yeah, it's still shooting and it's still killing them. Is it killing them? Yep, it's killing them. Alright, so that's cool. Now on our enemy scene, we need to do the same. So we just add a node 2D, 3D, and we just call that the projectile. No. We call it the auto shooter component. Rightio, and then we just drop that on. Now we configure this to be player. And we can do a different attack range if we wanted to. Let's make it only do it every 2 seconds. And let's make it only do 5 damage. Cool. So, what's this? Oh man. What the hell? Let's go. Why aren't they shooting? I think because there's no player, isn't it? Because player, did we put player into its group? Yeah, player. In the world, so in the enemy, did we set this up properly? Player, yeah. Oh, whoopsie. Projectile. Save, run. Oops. So it's saying what? Non-existent function that the player doesn't have a take damage, which is fair. It doesn't. So we can just go won't take damage. Is that how it's supposed to be? Yeah. I guess we can do that. Player, take damage. We'll just it's gonna be player. Yeah, we can just do the die, I guess. I mean, when the player dies, the game should be finished. So we're gonna have to do something different to that, but yeah. So enemy is gonna have Maximum HP, maximum. Okay. Player's gonna, and then HP max HP 30. I don't know. 30 is pretty fine. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm dead. Cool. That's that.